I'm still convinced I can do this. Why are plane tickets so expensive? You're going that way anyway, so just give me a ride. I don't understand why bugs have to come inside when they've got the whole outside. Y'all remember when Google worked? Finally, an emoji that describes my mood. Tired but pulling through. Shout out to my lawyer. I was facing 30 days in jail, but he got me 9 years of probation. Never cool pull. I love surprising my metabolism. It never knows what's coming, either absolute starvation or 21,000 calories all at once. This is by far the biggest lie in history. Yes, don't show this again, but you show it every time. Me putting every color in the washing machine because nothing's gonna happen. They lied. Going to sleep because you're tired. Going to sleep because you've had enough of being conscious. Organizing your finances is key. Me. That crumb in the bottom of the air fryer getting cooked for the 27th time. Me. Risking to lose all my noodles down the sink because I refuse to wash up more than 10 dishes. This is me but with pasta. I love corners. Yeah, I am with this guy. I love corners too. You just feel more secure writing on this side of the paper or writing on this side. How the nicest guys on this planet stare at you before talking to you. Why don't killers hide the bodies in cemeteries? They do. Don't ask me how I know. 100 men versus 1 gorilla? Bro, it's 10 billionaires versus 8 billion of us and we're still losing that. It is what it is, I say, as I almost vomit from anxiety. How it feels to have a scheduled phone call later in the day. My worst nightmare has finally become a reality. I'm in the handicap stall. What time do you usually eat? Me. Oops, I'm shaking. Time to eat. Can someone explain how an earthquake on one side of the world could cause a tsunami on the other side of the world? Lies, man. Lies. They have a tsunami machine. You find a good movie to watch. The dub in your language is terrible. Shaking it above the toilet when I put it back in my pants. Guys will understand this. Target chat guy is going through it. A replacement, please. Sure, let me quickly get that done for you right away. In the meantime, may I ask how the rest of your day has been? It's been pretty good. How about yours? Glad to hear that. Mine is a roller coaster. I forgot my wife's birthday and now she is totally mad. Me, 1 hour into the quick and easy 15-minute recipe I saw online. When you pull up to the plans and there's side characters that weren't mentioned. Who made this? How I feel when I search up a slang word I don't know. Today's mission, transfer wealth from my boss to my landlord. I am so glad they make edible substitutes for chewing on drywall and cables. When someone catches me talking to myself. POV, your mum raised you right and now you don't fit in with people your age. It's 100 and screw you degrees out here. Drink plenty of fluids. Watch how you talk to me. Running to improve lung health so I can smoke more cigarettes. When you're both typing, so you erase the message first to let them speak, but they do the same thing. How it feels to say some would argue. When I'm some who would argue. When you're not a smoker, but still having a stressful day. Just blow some bubbles. The struggle is real when that delicious muffin is just out of reach. Just remember, no one can prove you weren't a regional manager at Radio Shack or Toys R Us. How it feels to sense someone isn't a good person, but not being able to say anything until the neurotypicals catch on. Time to get silly. I got too silly. They put me in the white room again. When I'm given verbal instructions and I disassociate right on the most important part. How it was at 7 switching from arrow keys to WASD. Bro, I swear this all tastes different. I'm with you on that. When the washer and dryer did their job and now it's time to do yours. My dad's signature versus my signature. 5 stars, but you've only got 19 reviews, but 4.6 stars with 3,200. It's just more reliable. Protagonists after brutally ending 7,000 henchmen just to stand in front of the villain and say, I can't kill him. If I kill him, I'll become just like him. When he seemed bored hanging out with you, and this is him the minute he hops on the game with the boys. Am I a dog or a cat person? I don't know, man. Are you an inhale or an exhale person? Shut up and hand me a damn animal so I can talk in a weird voice at it. What's the most NSFW thing you've done in public without anyone realizing it? I smashed at the zoo. Edit, I smashed my girlfriend at the zoo. Edit, my human girlfriend. Yeah, because some people on Reddit assumed otherwise. You can upgrade one organ in your body. What's it do now? Well, since I was born deaf, you can imagine that it's an easy answer for me. I would love to have a bigger peepee. Date idea. Let's go into a white room together with a gun. How the dentist looks at you when you tell him you don't know if you're free on May 13th, 2047 at 7:62 a.m. POV. 1 year of paying for the gym and not seeing any results. Time to personally come in and see what's going on. I mowed my lawn at 4:30 this morning due to my neighbors setting off fireworks at midnight last night. Me trying to beat the you like her allegations in 4th grade. When you know bro kneels for his girlfriend and calls her mommy. but you can't prove it. When your wife is exhausted after the 6-hour-long drive that you drove, it never stops being darkly funny to me that doctors struggle to diagnose autism, while a 12-year-old bully can do it in 10 seconds flat. They should start being doctors. Turned 70 today, and it doesn't get any better, kiddos. I've been missing her since 8th grade. Just broke one of my made-up rules that only I have to follow. I remember saying "no we can't" to the Bob the Builder theme song. That's where the darkness in me began. The malice, the hatred, it was all from that moment. Mine was when it was roll call, and the teacher said your name, and I said, "not here." Winter fans be like, yes, 6 p.m. So what? I like the nighttime. I like when it's cold. Got a problem with that? Oh, I like summer. I like being hot and sweaty all day. Hey Goob, what's up? Cool binder. Hey Goob, wanna come over to my house today? They all hated me. They actually wanted to be your friend, Goob. Shopper refuses to let explosion ruin breakfast as she evacuates with plate. In this economy, totally justified. According to researchers, Monday mornings are so depressing that on average, humans don't crack a smile until 11:24 a.m. This is sad. My mental health walks make my mental health worse because I live in this is in the UK, 100%. If you live in the UK, you'll kind of understand that most cities look very similar. I sent my brother to get us toothpaste and he came back with this. I'm 29, he's 32. So now we can't be youthful anymore. Mom, that's AI. They didn't have AI back then. She's not wrong. When I finished with my essay and realized I missed the whole point. When I first met my wife, I was a bad boy. She thought she could tame me. Today I made the bed without arranging all the extra pillows the way she likes. 17 years and she still can't cage this stallion. I'll never understand people who get in the fast lane just to drive the speed limit. Move over, buddy. This lane is for crime. So where are we heading next, our bike? There's a factory new. American politics is so funny because this is a real image. Still not over Grimes, she never loved you. Looks so defeated. So I just lied on my application yesterday for this good paying job with good benefits and weekends off. They hired me on the spot and I'm at work as we speak freestyle. I'm sorry I'm not a survivalist. The second we start fighting over fresh water, I'm ending myself. You guys can have fun though. No one prepared me for the fact that when you have a 9 to 5, you can't go to the dentist or the doctor or anything anymore because you work, and when you don't work, they're closed. Making this under construction sign my new Tinder bio. Sorry about the mess. It'll be so worth it. Introverts don't get bored, like never. They enjoy their company just chilling around the house, doing random stuff, browsing old photos, feeling 10 different emotions in 4 seconds, cringing about something they said 4 years ago, 2 hours of self-talk, eat, nap, but never bored. When I found out he cheated, so I bought $30 worth of $1 instant mashed potatoes and sprinkled them in his yard in the night as it rained and watched as his yard became a potato pit. What are some good jobs for someone with no passions or interests or motivation or social skills or strengths? Bedrock maxing. I think NASA's paying people to sleep. You should try and apply. Me, when I found out that a person from season 6 of my life knows a character from season 2. My going away cake from my last day at work at an IT company. Damn, I kind of no longer wish to participate in society. A polar fox escaped from a small zoo in Germany, but got tired on the way. A zookeeper took him back. How close was Rome to an industrial revolution? How's the job search going? Me, as a 6th grader, realizing I had a better understanding of science than the average adult. Me as an adult, realizing the average adult is dumb. My contractor got in the cabinet he just built to prove its sturdiness. That was a fun hangout. I think I spent around 20 euros. No, you actually spent 200. Interesting. I can't. Just learned about this panda that grimaces when he breaks bamboo because he had no panda teachers, and noticed humans making that face every time they broke some bamboo for him. It waited for the sun to set, but the tree got there first. My nuts, if you hold a flashlight under them. Why would my own brain ruin my day? Like, whose side are you even on, bro? I've just now realized that I've been applying for jobs and speaking with recruiters with this as my contact photo. Roommate finally has a boyfriend I like. He brought us both Chinese food for no reason, then went and stopped at the mirror by the front door and looked at himself and pointed and was like, "Hey, so you're the one who's been spending all my money," then left. We hired a college intern. Today is his first day. Here's what he just sent me. Hey, had a quick idea for the company. Sorry if this was already brought up, but have we tried increasing revenue? You guys are really paying $150 for a weighted blanket. This piece is called Anxiety. It's just silence, but it keeps getting faster. This is stressing me out. January, disassociation. It's August. first time, hello. Wife didn't want anything from Burger King. I got home and went to the bathroom and came back to this. Someone gets mad at me for being rude. I ask them to explain what I did wrong so I don't do it again. Apparently asking what you did wrong is even ruder. My big, complex, multi-dimensional thought, when I try to put it into words, just comes out differently every time. Me expecting to meet the love of my life naturally. But I don't post pictures, have 3 close friends, and barely leave the house. Working my first office job. Is it normal to have nothing to do? Yeah, but don't ever say it or look like it. Ever. You're the villain in someone else's life. Bro, I'm the villain in my own life. POV. Trying to change my own tire to prove to my man he's there because I want him, not need him. Me staring at Apple telling me this would be a good password. It would be a good password, just hard to remember. How I look after someone asks me why I have an attitude, knowing damn well I didn't have one up until they asked me that. She's literally me. Man shaves off 1.7 seconds off 4-hour flight by standing up as soon as the plane lands. My ancestors passing down their mental illness instead of money and land. Me reading 89 comments from an internet argument by people I don't know. The argument is won by who has more likes. He gets me. Hey, it's your dasher. I got the sunscreen. Thank you. Sorry it's so much. It's okay. The sun hates me too. That millennial realization that even with 2 full-time incomes, you and your husband will never be able to have what my parents built on 1 income in the 90s. The crushing weight of 2 very manageable tasks. Me Googling the most common knowledge just to make sure it didn't randomly change. Tech company creates AI grandma that keeps phone scammers occupied and furious. I'm going to ruin this whole man's career. My wife and I are going to quit our jobs and travel until we run out of money. I estimate we'll be home around 9 p.m. tonight. Son misbehaves. We have a long, heartfelt conversation about what he did, why it was wrong, and how he can learn from his mistakes. No matter what, I'll always love you. I love you too, Dad. 5 minutes pass. Son does the exact same thing. This sucks, called being a parent. Constantly amazed by the number of men that walk around the city with no bags, just going to work raw, walking out the door with no emergency tissues or painkillers, just them and their hands in their pockets against the world. Consistency is key. Never stop begging. Doesn't matter if they say no 200 times. One of them is weak. You just have to find out who. I'd be the weak link. I'd give you some food, kitty, don't worry. How to be happy. Go on a 6-month holiday twice a year. Lucid Dream Startup says people can work in their sleep. Why would you want us working in our dreams, you freak? Me every night. Fake scenarios. How can lawyers argue without crying? I'm a lawyer, and let me tell you, it gets like super close, dude. Who designs this stuff? How can they imagine that this foot will fit into this shoe? Do they believe the foot looks like this? We do not throw away perfectly good food in this house. We put it in a Tupperware dish until it goes bad. Then we throw it away. Incel. Incorrectly assuming something is a date. XL. Oh my god. I promise I won't spoil the movie. How I look at you right before the plot twist. Hi. Hey. Cool hair. Thank you. Sorry, I literally don't know how to talk to women. Best of luck with everything. We still talk about you. A court has rejected a 60-year-old man's attempt to invoke the ancient right to trial by combat, rather than paying a £25 fine for a minor motoring offense. Well, that's no fun. Most people don't want to be rich. They just want enough money to not worry anymore. If one person is tailgating you, they're the problem. If everyone is tailgating you, you're the problem. Sometimes I watch people do their jobs and I'm like, damn, you might benefit from a little imposter syndrome actually. My coworker carries a taser and she says she doesn't let men hold anymore because they immediately attempt to shock themselves to see if they can take it. I found this out when I asked her to see it, fully intending to shock myself. Wouldn't she want to know if it works or not though? If it doesn't work, it's kind of pointless. Drink water for clear skin. All I get is pee. In Finland, we have 1-person benches because we don't like getting too close to other people. How much is a flight to Finland? When someone asks how you know everything, but you just make up answers based on common sense and your high pattern recognition. When you're taking the trash out at night and realize how majestic the moon is. Phone addiction got so bad that watching a movie felt productive. I swear girls turn into the HR lady once they're done with you. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to get to know me. I've connected with someone else that I'm excited to move forward with. Me, watching my mum telling my deepest secrets to random relatives just to make them laugh for 5 seconds. If you don't get this, okay, who doesn't get this? Perry. Outfit repeater, meal repeater, movie rewatcher. I know what I like. I am a meal repeater. I definitely am an outfit repeater. I'm not a movie rewatcher. or series rewatcher. Well, I am with some series, but I really do struggle rewatching stuff. Unless it's something I haven't watched in a long time. I just don't find it that fun. My brain is meant for quick dopamine and British people waking up and remembering they have to fake that dumb accent again. Okay, well, where are you from? Let me at you, man. Come on, tell me. I got a lot of stereotypes in my head. When you use personal examples to relate to someone's current situation and can't tell if it's providing comfort or making you look self-centered. That's why you just have to let them talk and talk and talk until you feel like it's the right time. You can't just let them talk about like their problem and then you go straight into your, trust me guys, I'm a therapist, licensed. School meals should be free for everybody. Yeah, I agree completely. The human body is incredible. Right now, if I so desired, I could do 15% of a backflip and wreck my neck right here on the sidewalk. Yeah, you could do a lot of stuff. I get a lot of intrusive thoughts when I'm standing over a balcony. Millennials and Gen Zers are pulling in bigger paychecks, but much of their spending power, that's such a lie. There's no way. This is straight lies. Just remembered the time a girl invited me over to check out her Blu-ray collection. Blueberry? What? After 9 hours of a Blueberry collection would be pretty cool. So we've got the ripe ones, the underripe, and the overripe. Which would you like to try? After 9 hours of watching special features with her, I decided to head home because it was 2 a.m. How stupid and naive I was. I just realized that the future idealized version of myself can't exist without current me being the catalyst for change and doing hard things. Has anybody heard about this? When I don't text first for once and we never speak again. Kind of sad how many times this has happened, but also good because I know who is a good friend and who isn't, right? Saving this worm from drying out on the concrete just in case it's someone's girlfriend. Thanks, man. That's actually my ex. She decided to leave me because I didn't get turned into a worm. Still kind of love her. Why are men scared to talk to women? I operate under the assumption that every woman wants to be left alone. Yeah, I feel that, but you can kind of tell in the moment whether a girl wants to speak to you or not if you have social skills, right?